It is finally time to get back to this Engcon Tiltrotator and ready for the next part. So while grinding and making this housing ready for paint, I actually found out there is a hairline crack going down here on this side. It's the only place I can find any cracks. I can see it's down here. I thought first it was just from the welding, that it was the welding bead that was the end of it, but the more I grind on it, it's still continued. I think you can see it there. It's going down there, so I need to weld it again actually before I can paint it. So now I will just start the heating process and heat up everything here, and then it's just welding a bead here. I grinded a little bit on the inside also, and yeah, hopefully it's not anything bigger than that, no problem, but we'll never know. I really hate doing this again. I had hoped that I was done welding on this one and just could paint it and reassemble it and start figuring out the hydraulics. It has taken some time because it's been a really busy fall. I had a lot of work to do and a lot of other stuff going on. I have the Massey Ferguson 240 split in half inside the other garage for changing out the clutch and some stuff there, and yeah, and it's been a lot of oil tank removals this year, so well, I'm not boring you with this heating process and welding and everything. You have seen me do it before. If not, just check out the part 2 video where I'm welding this. I don't know why it have cracked, but we need to figure it out, or we need to fix it. That's the most important thing. So grind it down to where I think everything will fit. There is nothing here that it should hit in the side. I have made a groove again for the gasket. Could have taken a little bit more there, I see. I will do that soon. But I think we will try and start reassembling without cleaning and anything, and just see that everything is fitting, and then we can take it from there. Okay, so now I put on these rings. It's just most for the just checking if everything fits. So one screw is broken in there, so I don't care for searching for the other one. Okay, now that one's in. Let's just flip it over. This one here. Everything has been oiled in really good now. Well, it's been sitting, so quite different taking out and taking no, putting back together than taking apart. Okay, there we have it. Now it's just lining everything down here up. Okay, now everything here can be tight, and then we can check if there are any problems turning this around. We did drop this one right now. If nothing is hitting, this should spin freely. It's not spinning at all. Release it, the screws a little bit. I think it's just a little bit too much sand and grinding dust and stuff like that. Okay, I can't hear that it or feel that it's hitting anything, so we say this is good. Take everything apart again, and then we can prep it for paint. there it is, ready for paint. I welded it again, and this time I couldn't find any cracks or anything here, so looks good. So I just wire brushed the whole thing, clean it off, and put some masking on where I don't want paint, and now it's ready. I went with yellow, and there is actually one good reason for going with yellow, and it's not because it's Engcon yellow, it's because this spray paint I had, the power coat, is 3-in-1, so I don't need to do any clear coats or anything with this. It's just spray and done. So it was the easiest spray paint I had. Now I will just let the paint dry until some other day I have some time to do something with this Tiltrotator project. It's fall here in northern Norway, and the first snow have been here and gone, so it's not far from the snow is coming to stay. So I need to finish off all my projects. I have the Massey Ferguson 240 split in half in the other garage, and yeah, a lot of projects going on. So the Tiltrotator is only when I have some spare time, so today I had some time, and I don't know when the next day is, so let's just see. I'm guessing this is too little video for part 3, so I will still make this video into when I'm reassembling everything and everything is good. So alright, so it's time to get back to this one. As we've seen, I have welded it twice, painted it, and everything looked really nice. And I test fitted everything before I painted it, as we've seen, and everything was fitting, so it was just about letting the paint dry and start reassembling it. And when I started to reassemble it, I found some problems. So if the GoPro managed to catch this, we can see that right there is a crack going this way. So it's not following the old path down, so that's great. It goes this way, but it's still a crack. And I found it on the inside also. So yeah, there you can see it in I painted around, and you can see the white line here. That's the crack. So we need to drill this on each side. I will drill it on the outside, I will take away the paint, and then drill on both sides and make a groove, and then weld it again. This is the thinnest placed on the Tiltrotator. It's not very thick here, so it can probably be that I just have been running too much heat or something that I made it crack in something when it was cooling down. So, but it's same procedure as last time. It's grind it down, make a groove, heat it up, and everything. So the only thing I have different this time is this time I got this infrared thermometer that can show me how hot it is. I don't have to use my cell phone, so hopefully that will make it a little bit easier heating it up and cooling it down slowly. I think this time I will cool it down with the torch and just let it go slowly down with that one and watch it all the time. So I am also wondering now if I should make a new plate. Because if I understand internet correctly, you can weld normal rolled steel to this, so then I can make a plate from here, over here, and there, just to make this a little bit stronger. I think that would be a good idea. So maybe we will try that also when we have everything heated up. Heating up, starting to be good at this thing. Third time is the charm, isn't it? Something like that. And nice with the heat gun. You can see we are at 140 soon, so I think we will go for 160 or something like that, and then we will start welding. And since I'm just patching up, I will use some thinner electrodes than last time, so now I will just use 2.5 instead of 3.2 millimeters. Alright, there we have it, and I have to give up. I can't weld this one, I think. It is just cracking up everywhere right now, so I don't know what I'm doing different from the last time, but I'm using the same rods, the same welding machine, the same everything, but it's still cracking up. I think maybe I do a little bit bigger welds this time than the last time, so maybe my bead is a little bit thicker, and maybe that is the wrong thing to do with cast steel, but yeah, no, it's cracked so badly that I don't know what to do. I probably have to grind everything away and start all over, and it's cracked in places that it wasn't cracked in the beginning when it was broken. So for now I'm giving up. I don't know what to do, so I don't know how to weld this the right way to make it work. So probably some other guy could weld this, but I can't. So let's take a look at the cracks. So if we take a look here in the front, I don't know if the GoPro can catch this, but let's see. Well, it's not easy with lights and everything at the same time, but okay. Right there is a crack, and it goes all the way from up here all the way down here, and here it disappears. And down here we have one more going this way, and over here as well. So, and I think we have one more going across here also, looks like. Let's see if the GoPro can catch this. I don't think the GoPro is the camera for doing this with, but on this side I think the GoPro can pick it up. So let's see here. here we can see the cracks without any problems. So one is coming up here, other one up here, under here is a crack, and it goes all the way down here. So it have cracked up really good. For all I know, there is just as many cracks hidden under paint or something on this side, so who knows. But like it looks now, I don't know how to. Okay, yeah, there is a crack going this way also here on the front. So like it is now, I do not know how to weld cast steel. You're probably wondering why me and Kompis was all dressed up. Well, we have done some grinding. I forgot a little bit about it, but I'm not very good at giving up, so I have spent some hours now grinding this one, trying to find all the cracks and everything. And as we can see, down in here there was quite a crack going all the way. It looks like I haven't been able to burn all the way in. So all this have been laying in the middle here and probably started the whole crack, and we can see the crack continuing down here, and I drilled some holes and yeah, a lot of cracking. So what do I do now? I don't know. I don't know if I'm able to fix this, so that's a little bit decision time. Do I try to weld it again, or do I just give up? Let's just say it like this. I have already been out and bought more electrodes for this, so I'm trying to clean it up. I'm trying to find out how far down this crack goes. Seems like it stops here, but we also got one going this way, so there is a little bit work to get this ready to weld again. As you've seen, I did hit it with a hammer. I just wanted to see if the cracks would be bigger or what would happen. I have a friend that told me once when we were little, he was welding something for a snowmobile. He said, as long as you can hit it with a hammer and it don't break, then it will hold. So I did hit this with a hammer and it did hold, so who knows. I will try and grind a little bit more here and then we will see. Then I have grinded still some more, and yeah, the crack is continuing all the way. I can still see it here. So as I suspected earlier, the crack is probably going all the way around this weld I did. So, and here we can see with the crack down in there, I haven't had enough heat or enough grinding to get all the way through. So that's probably one of the reasons it's cracking also. I had some space between here, so yeah, then I think I have come to a conclusion, and the conclusion is that I am giving this housing up. I don't think I can weld this any better, and why should I then spend a lot of time grinding everything down all the way around, and even more time welding it and stuff like that to try to fix it. So yeah, sadly to say, this was not how I thought this series was going to end, but I think it's how it's ending with this Tiltrotator. I'm not thinking about buying a new housing for it or anything. The housing is twice the price I paid for this Tiltrotator, so I think it's better just to leave it alone and use the parts I got from this. I can use on my homemade one. So my plan in the beginning was just buying this Tiltrotator for using the parts for my homemade Tiltrotator, the swivel and stuff like that. So I think I just stick with that plan and use the parts for my homemade Tiltrotator. I can use my time on that instead of using more time on this. So this is it for the Engcon Tiltrotator series. We got to part 3 and this is the end, I think. Who knows, maybe something happened. Maybe I find another one for cheap money or something like that and can build one out of 2, but for now I will focus my energy on the homemade one. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and remember to check out the homemade one. Here, come. Kom. Pop in.